All right, welcome back, guys.
Hey, hello out there.
Just trying to share out here. Share out, guys. Get some people in here. We got some exciting things to talk about, and then some dumb stuff to talk about.
You got to have funny stuff. But
Gotta
there you go. Yeah.
We're going to be joined tonight by our friends, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get me for the whole segment tonight. I don't have any meetings or nothing like that, so you get to look at my ugly mug for the whole show tonight. And you're going to get me for the whole segment tonight.
How about turn the volume down on your phone? How about that? What that would do?
Yeah.
Ain't that the rules on your damn phone now?
Yeah, turn down.
Mealy mouth. Yeah. All right, guys. We welcome to the WO Radio Show. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp King. This is my good buddy, Commander Idiot. The commander himself. He's here tonight.
Yeah.
We also have our good buddy Kyle. Let's bring him on the screen here.
Yeah, where you at? There,
Doc,
guy?
Double Doc.
Oh, Double Doc. Hey, how are you?
What's up, brother?
I'm
How you
doing
doing?
good. I'm great. Got new glasses.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. I need to put mine on. So, we ought to
Finally got to put mine on to read.
You put yours on to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why I don't read. I don't have mine on. Quick announcement here, real quick, guys. We want to talk about the memorial, John Griffin Memorial Ride we got coming up.
Yes.
Guys, this is an outstanding cause for helping the Marine out and the family. The Marine, unfortunately, subsided to the demons in his head and committed suicide at 29 Palms, California. They're gonna have a ride for him. We're gonna ride. It's a 50-mile round trip ride, gravel. It's gonna be side by sides, 4-wheelers. Basically, anything you can put another occupant in. Okay, I don't care if you come show up with a 0-turn lawnmower. The numbers on the screen. Call if you want to enter it. They're going all the way to the Easton Pub. They got great food there. They're going to come back, and they're going to meet back at the fire station there in Sturtsville. Okay, at that point in time, they're going to gear up for an auction. Yours truly is going to be the auctioneer for this. They have some outstanding things donated by the Royals. Made their Super Bowl run. They didn't tell me though if it's 2015 Super Bowl run or the 1985 Super Bowl run. So 1985, I'm pretty sure you might see some well-known signatures on this thing.
You probably will.
Okay, so either way, check it out. Call them up. It's going to be a great time. We're going to do it. Now, we are proud to announce that the trophy is in-house.
Yes, it is.
It is here.
It is nice.
It is a nice little trophy by Dream Catchers Chili Cook-Off Championship. And on the side here, it says WO Entertainment 2022. It's here. It's evidence that we won. My wife, Shelly, thank you. Big shout out to her. She had 50% right down the line. Probably 80% because it tasted good. Yeah. So it's for her. I was in charge of stirring it.
That's because his wife said he could be.
Mixing it, and I put the hot peppers in it, okay, because I am a hot pepper connoisseur. So there, because she gave me permission. So anyway, we got the trophy here for W Entertainment, and we're going to I'm going to take it home, take a picture near my dip trophy that I got, and then I'm just going to try to mount it right behind us back here where the flag is, over my head, or maybe more toward in between us if we can, on the wall back here. So that's just going to be for the whole year until September next year. So this is ours. It's a traveling trophy. Belongs to W Entertainment. So that's good. I see you got people checking in with us.
Hey,
Dean Cerny. What's up, brother?
Dean's back. Brother? Hey, welcome.
I'm glad you're on here, on your account on here, Dean, because I know on your other account's kind of in jail again. So I'm glad you're joining us on this one because, man, brother, they're hard on you. My show mom's here. Thank you for joining us. There's Dean that approves here. Says 50 miles long lawnmower. You ain't George Jones pimp. Now, but I'll tell you what, I've had to drive mine a time or two to get gas from my house to Hamilton. Woo, yeah. And allowed to touch the microwave. No, I wasn't allowed to touch a microwave, but we didn't use a microwave. So, no. It wasn't making cookies anyway. If we made cookies, who's in trouble. All right. You'll get on my rant real quick.
Okay.
Now, if you're not a sports athlete, bear with me here, but this kind of fits all walks of life. But you all know that I'm a football connoisseur. I watch a ton of football. I love it. Just love it. Kyle testified that. I talk about it sports. But if you're watching football, you're noticing these referees making these terrible calls. It ain't just for the Kansas City Chiefs. That game last night was so bad, they screwed the Raiders out of some calls. They screwed the Chiefs out of a major call. Okay? They screwed Tom Brady's team. They gave a penalty to him, and it wasn't supposed to be a penalty. There's evidence of them spotting a football and missing the first down by this far. You clearly see it with your own eyes, watching a 60-inch TV sent at your house on your fat ass, and you can't miss that. Or 70-inch TV, whatever, 65 inch. Yeah, huge. And I see it.
Small
I
hands.
missed. Small hands. Huge. You can see it. Okay. Or penalties they don't call. It's getting bad. And if you're not in sports, you can't really want to talk about. Imagine your HR department. Got a set of rules. They come and tell you what they think. I don't want them to tell me what the hell they think. Tell me what the rule is. Okay. Don't make a judgment call because you got sand in your clitoris. Okay. I don't want to hear that crap. Shut your pie hole and enforce the rule.
Yep.
That's it. I think it was bad enough, and it's gotten there that I think Chuck Norris is fixing to step up to the plate and take care of it.
Yeah, Chuck Norris. Imagine Chuck Norris calling for roughing the passer. You know, good call, Chuck. Yeah, I roughed him. My bad. Yeah, two guys walking, shaking.
Let me show you what roughing the passer is.
Yeah, come here. I'll show you rough passer.
I don't know.
And it's getting to the point now where you got to put a pillow down and tuck them into bed before you tackle them.
Give them their binky and their lovey and put 'em
Especially Tom Brady when he gets the softest of the hits and he's trying to kick the guy in the ding ding.
down. Yeah,
That's him throwing a fit.
yeah. Temper tantrum.
You hurt me.
And David Carr's just like, please don't let me end up like my brother.
Yeah, well, so anyway, that's the end of that crap. But apparently Facebook don't like Dean Cerny for telling the truth about punching a mannequin. He said punch a mannequin. They gave him 30 days.
Gave him 30 days for
Facebook jail. So I might have pass the hat. We're going to collect some money to put on Dean Cerny's books while he's in jail.
They probably thought that he said Anna Paquin.
Oh, well, probably Facebook can't spell anyway. It's only it's all the officials. We see it every Friday. Yeah. It is. They need to take their opinions out of the game. They really do. And listen though, maybe an MMA fighter. I've seen fights that clearly another guy won and the referee gets them. I'm like, what? I mean, that's why you never put it in the judge's hands.
Exactly.
Never put a fight in the judge's hands. Okay. You knock him out or you get knocked out. There you go. Or submit, whatever. But if you go put it in the judge's or referee's hands, they see things different. That proves not everybody sees things the same way. Okay.
I think they should be allowed to challenge the play on the field no matter what.
I think you have to be able to challenge everything. And people are like, well, and the game may go too long. No, don't start that. No one is saying that anymore. Well, people are saying they want it right. People are saying they want these calls on the field right. They don't care how long it takes. Get it right.
Get it right before you move on.
It's a good thing the mafia don't own Vegas no more.
Yeah.
There'd be some blown up cars in some people's driveways. Okay.
They're going to have to find another place to dump the bodies because Lake Mead's going dry.
I don't know if they kill them or not, but one or two cars blowing up, you'd have their attention.
That's right.
That'd be a trainload of Cadillacs going to Mexico.
Yeah. Guys, if you missed it, the Roy Anthony show is back. He is for his new season. He started today at noon. And boy, he had a topic that we're going to talk a little bit on tonight. Thursday, I'm going to be on his show at 12 noon. We're talking about child support. You'd be surprised the opinions on child support, where the money's going, how it does, this and that. So catch Roy Anthony and me Thursday at noon Central Time. I'm going to be right over here in the office here. We're going to go at it. Actually, him and I ain't going to go at it, but I know there's going to be some women on there who are very spirited and want to talk about it. And that's great. Let's talk about this thing because the child support is not consistent, not fair. It's just not. And hey, that's just the way it is. So we're going to get that. So if you don't catch the Roy Anthony show, catch him again on Thursday, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon Central Time. He's not a confrontation. It's a conversation. So there you go. Also, Warrior Fest.
Yes. That's going to
Warrior
be fun.
Fest, November 12th, 5 p.m. till midnight or till we're done. Okay. American Legion is providing a walking taco.
There you go.
So
get it.
Thank you to Cameron Post 33, American Legion. This guy right here, walking tacos. The alcohol is provided by Levi Garrison and Son. Levi Garrison and Son, they make their own brewery. If you ever drink any of this beer, it's phenomenal alcohol. Whether you drink or not, it just smells delicious. I've had guys don't even drink like, I don't drink, but that smells good.
Mhm.
And that's if it smells good, it's appealing. That's half the battle right there with beer. Okay, so they're going to come to that. We got 6 comedians and 2 bands performing. The bands are as follows: Mirage or Mirage KC, however you want to, whatever you're at. They got it's a 4 or 5 man band, depends on who who all shows up. The female singer Christina Fox, she's from here in Cameron. Angelic voice. She sang the opening for us last year at Last Warrior Fest. She did the national anthem. This year, she's bringing the band with her, and they're going to sing for us for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. When they're done, we'll get the adult comedians on board. Richard Montano. You got David Taylor Spray and me. We're going to be performing in there. I'm also hosting, so I got double duty. And then Mixology. They need no introduction anywhere in the civilized world.
Mhm.
That band can play. They play their
Yeah,
ass off.
mixology's
Yes.
good.
They're a very good band. They have Southern rock, some country, outlaw country. They can lay it down. They got 2, 3 singers, and they get some pickers and some gritters. Warrior Fest is on. It's here in Cameron, Missouri. Stage 69 is the actual name of the building. Stage 69 is the name of the building here in Cameron, Missouri. We're going to get it on. So Warrior Fest is here. This is the last Warrior Fest in November. We're going to try to have it during the summer. We're going to have a meeting, everybody W Entertainment, about continuing on. I want to continue it on, but if it's going to be a lot of headache like we have, then we might have to bow out of Warrior Fest. We'll think of some other thing to do to celebrate the veterans. Okay,
There we go.
because Warrior Fest is a big endeavor. It takes a lot to put these things on. So that being said,
And I will be there.
yeah. Oh,
Yay.
you coming? There you go.
There you
go.
are.
Come on out to Warrior Fest. There, I used to pass a lens crafter coupons to the refs before the games. That's funny. Well, see, so he's going to be there. Roy Anthony's going to be there. David Scott is going to be there perform, and he's going to be on the show here for long coming up. Great comedian. He's a funny guy. Funny guy. Jeff Onyx is going to be there. He's going to perform a clean set, maybe whatever Jeff does, but he's also the sound guy, so he's got to be there anyway. And that's the lineup for Warrior Fest. So that's going to be outstanding. So there you go. You got
Going to be a good show.
hopefully we get Blue Phoenix to come up. Her and her husband can drive up for it. That'd be excellent. He get to meet the executive producer of Warrior Entertainment. So, other than that, guys, let's get into some of these goofy ass topics we got going on today. Let's start off with a little bit of little child support statistics. Okay, I know you guys still see me. I'm not going to share this, but you guys can still see us, so that's fine. Men account for 85% of who are ordered to pay child support. 85% of men. Even at the rate, even in a rare instance where the mother is ordered to pay child support, courts have ordering women to pay as much as a male provider. Never pay as much as the male providers. Okay,
No,
they don't pay it. You can argue fair or not fair. Okay, annual child support payments average $5,450 for male providers and $3,500 for female providers, nearly 56% less. We'll stop right there for a second. Gentlemen, have at it. What do you think?
You go first, Commander.
Okay. I kind of reversed for me. I think a lot of times, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack coming back this direction, but I see around in our society, it's almost like a game that's being played, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean it's like you will have a single woman that'll have 3, 4 kids, and they all got different daddies, and she's sitting back drawing the child support, off these different guys, and that's her livelihood. That's what she does. She doesn't work because who can work and afford daycare with 3 or 4 kids at home, especially if they're not in school? They couldn't afford the daycare. Their check as a single parent would be going just to daycare for these kids. So, and then each one of these dads, it varies on state to state and county to county and judge and circumstances and understand all that, what men wind up paying for child support. So they can be getting a pretty shiny dime each month, And then to turn around and most of these dads are denied to even see their kids very often. They make it difficult for them. So, it's now with me, with my ex-wife years ago, because the two children we had, they're in their late 30s and crowding early 40s now. She never saw them. I had full custody of them from the age of 6 months and 18 months. And so she was supposed to pay $150 a month, and I never saw a penny of it. And they never went after her. Now, if that would have been reversed, they'd have been tracking me to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, or you would have had to get a lawyer.
Or a lawyer, yeah.
And you don't have, you don't have money because you're taking care of them kids.
There you go.
So,
I think the whole nut in a nutshell is, and I understand it, it's not always that way, because there are times when, and I hate to see it when it happens, when a marriage breaks up and they've got children that are involved, because the kids are the ones that always lose in one of these deals anyway,
Right.
And so that's always sad in itself. But then, the dad winds up paying so much child support that he can't even work. He's got to work 2 jobs just so he can pay the child support and support himself. And most of the time, these guys are sleeping in the car.
Right. You made a great point there. Not to cut you off,
No.
Devil Doc, but I want to, before I forget this, you hit on a lot of great topics. Okay. The women don't have to work 2 jobs. The men have to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I hear women say, well, it costs so much to raise a child. I'm going to tell you right now, that's bullshit. And I'll tell you why. If you and your wife are living together,
Yeah.
you will not spend $600 a month child support on your child every month.
No, you won't.
They say, well, you pay $350 and I pay $350. Okay, so if I'm paying $350, that's assuming my ex-wife will pay $350, right?
Right.
So you're telling me $700 a month is going to take care of my child? No. They said, well, you got water. And I said, no. Let me stop that right now. The water bill is yours. That bill comes in your name. That kid ain't old enough to have no bills in his name.
That's
The
right.
house payment, that's your house payment. You own that house or you're renting the house. That's yours. That's yours. The light bill, yours. The
Yeah.
car, yours.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not the
All
kids.
he needs is food. All they need, excuse me, not just he, but all they need, shoes, clothes,
Yeah.
And
daycare,
insurance.
and insurance. Don't mind,
And
don't
they're-
mind that
and
at
they're-
all.
And they're not going to wade through $700 or $500
it's just
or
not that.
$300, whatever you want to call it, a month in clothing and food.
And if they were living with me and we were together, I wouldn't need to pay that much insurance for them.
Yeah.
Because they're right there. So what I'm saying is, first of all, if you're going to get married and have kids, know who you're marrying. Pay attention.
Yep.
Okay, who you marrying before
Exactly.
you go bed down and having kids.
Yep.
And yes, women supplement their income by having babies.
Yeah,
I-
I've seen it.
Part
every time
of
again.
my joke that I retired called the hoe test. Okay.
Yeah.
Is I says if you can line your babies up in a straight line and it looks like the Rainbow Coalition, you probably a hoe. Okay. That's a very funny joke. I got a whole list of things, If you walk down the street, your uterus falls out.
Well,
You're probably a hoe.
but here's the thing.
So that is all. You made a great point. All that is, look where the money's going.
Yeah.
A lot of women get their hair done every month, get their nails done every month.
Well, you don't have
That's
to.
your money. Do it, but use your money. So
If you're paying $500-$600 a month child support, and she's talking about insurance, 9 times out of 10, if you've got a job with insurance, you have to carry the insurance out of your pocket plus pay the child
Right.
support.
So
So
therefore,
you're getting a double whammy right there.
yeah, and then you got to have 2 jobs to make a live, and she don't.
Yeah.
Now you got these guys that they're paying $10,000 a month child support. Okay, and she has a baby by another man. That's another $10,000. She don't have to work a day in her life.
No.
And usually the kids ain't being taken care of because she's out potting. Okay. Now the women have increased.
Yeah.
Paying child support. We'll get a little bit. Doc, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. Respond to what I read to you. 85%.
I think it's a tricky 2-way street.
Okay.
All right. So I think if you're paying child support and it's your kid, and it's your kid and all that stuff, once that child becomes of age in your state to work, you don't pay child support no more.
Exactly. I agree with that.
And then if you're married and you got a divorce and you have to pay child support, the minute that person gets married, child support should be stopped because now there's another means of being taken care for. Now all you need to worry about is visitation for the child.
Exactly.
But when you're doing child support, I believe it should be for clothing, a specific amount, because I'm sorry, not all kids wear Jordans or designer brand clothes.
Exactly.
They didn't wear that when you lived in your house. They don't need to wear that when they're out of your house.
Exactly. It's I'm gonna say $400 tops a month for no matter how many kids you have. If you're that dad, it'll cover food and clothing. If you get insurance, the insurance is for you and the kid, not the lady you had. She can get her own shit.
Yeah, she's on her own. She's on her own.
You're paying for your kid. But if it's like a habitual line crosser with the Rainbow Coalition of Kids, then there needs to be something put in place where it's she's getting this amount for this specific kid, and receipts need to be shown that this is what the kid's getting.
Exactly.
She's not going out and having lobster and steak and martini dinners every chance she gets.
She needs to turn that into the court before the court cuts her check for her child support.
Yeah.
And say, okay, well, you only spent $134. You're supposed to get $350. So you only spent $134. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut you a check for that, and we're going to put the rest of it into an escrow account for the kid's education.
Yes.
You're not going to get it all.
And
See what I'm saying?
yeah,
kind of like per diem when you're in the military.
Exactly.
Show me the receipts. We reimburse you back this much.
And the females out there listening, please comment. And we're not trying to fight with you, but comment, see what you think, and let us know, because we want to hear your opinion. Because listen, a lot of people don't pay child support because they can't afford to pay child support. A lot of dads, it ain't because their dad's a deadbeat. He can't freaking afford it and live.
And locking them up for not paying child support is about the craziest thing I ever heard of, because if they're locked up, now our tax dollars are taking care of them, and you still don't have any chance of getting any child support unless he can find him a job. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That's right. The never-ending cycle of this is when he's in jail, that child support still accumulates.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not paying it. When he gets out, they arrest him again and throw him right back into jail. I've seen it happen when I was a prison guard. I've seen a guy walk out the door with his bags and shit, turn around, come back in because he's behind his child support again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just revolving door.
The government wants that so they can give the woman assistance, or whoever's got the children assistance. Food stamps, TANF. I used to call it TANF, WIC, whatever. TANF, understand, gentlemen and ladies, you got to pay that back.
Oh yeah,
whoever's paying child support has to pay that. Okay, so it's a process. It's not regulated fairly at all. They want it like that so they can. There's a lot of money going on. The courts make a lot of money of child support not being paid. You know, I paid child support myself. Was I late? Yes, I was. Was it because I didn't want to pay? No, I paid every time I had to pay. Sometimes I fell in hard times. And back when the economy was bad, I couldn't hardly pay it that month. So I double up next month to try, right? They take your driver's license from you. That's dumb because you can't drive to work and get a job.
Yeah, if you don't have a driver's license, you can't get to work.
I drove anyway. They took my fishing license. For 1 month behind, they took my fishing license. Fish anyway.
Okay.
Did my hunting license. That's kind of hard taking a Native American, telling Native American can't hunt because we can buy a law hunt anyway. So I don't know what good that did them. Okay. Until I caught back up. Or then they want to put you on probation. And you can't get off probation until your child support caught up. Yeah. Then you're off probation. None of that makes any sense. Some employers, if you say, well, you're on probation, I don't want to hire you. Bang, then you can't work. It's a never ending form. It's bad. Now, is there men that don't want to pay? Absolutely. There's a lot of men that believe, I ain't paying nothing.
There really are.
There is.
deadbeat dads
There-
out
there
there.
is.
There is.
There
You know, not to say every dad out there is an upstanding guy. They're not.
No.
But this, it makes it rough on the guys who are trying to do the right thing by their kids.
Right.
And another thing that drives me crazy is I worked with a guy several years ago, and he was talking to me, and in 1 year, his wife had taken him back to court 3 times and got the child support increased each time she took him back. Now he's out lawyer fees on top of that,
Right.
trying to pay for the child support and lawyer fees, and they're still getting into his pocket deeper and deeper.
That's why, to me, it shouldn't be money based.
No.
Because when the parent who's paying child support tries to get ahead, they knock him back down again. You understand?
Yep.
So I went through a whole winter one time with no heat in my house because I didn't. Like a lot of times I couldn't afford propane, so I put an electric heater underneath my sink so my pipes wouldn't freeze, and I just walk around with blankets on me, a shawl. Okay, did anybody care? Not a person cared.
Mm-mm.
They wanted child support. They didn't care that I did without, and I really didn't care as a Marine. So what? But the point is, there's a lot of guys that, and their suicide rate that we preach about so much.
Mhm.
Some, not a lot of it, but some of it is from child support.
Is
Okay.
attributed to this.
Now,
Yeah.
we'll get over here to the women for a second, because there's women that pay it as well. On a national average, a female parent is granted around 65% of custody time, whereas the male parent receives 35%. However, in recent years, the more fathers have become custodial parents, with the percentage increasing to 16% in 1994 to 21% or 20.1% in 2018. So it is going up.
Mhm.
Now it's only 20%, but it's still going up. That's quite a few people, women not being able to take care of the kids. Now, is it because of drugs? It doesn't say anything like that. Fit Parent doesn't say that. All I know is more men are able to take care of the kids better than women. I got no problem with that either. Okay. Here's the thing though. When you read back up here, it's not fair. It's not fair. They won't. If a man pays $5,450, all right, and trying to give him the kids, the woman's not going to pay that. She's only going to be required to pay roughly $3,500, depending upon what state you're in. Okay,
Right.
so there's almost a $2,000 discrepancy.
And I think a lot of it on the child support, whether it's for
We got an
man,
echo. You're echoing, Kyle.
whether it's man or woman, it
Go ahead.
okay.
Better?
Yeah, gotcha. It needs to be based off what you're making on an hourly, or if it's a set salary, okay. And there ought to be a ceiling cap on that they can only take. It's kind of like a garnishment. You know,
Mhm.
I think they can only take in some states, and Missouri, it used to be like they can only take 10% of your gross
Mhm.
income for the week each time to pay off that debt. It ought to be the same way for child support.
Well, it's supposed to be, but
You know.
they don't enforce. They don't enforce.
They
it.
don't enforce it. No.
They don't enforce the fact that if a man's paying child support, he's fully caught up. Here in the state of Missouri, you're supposed to be able to see your kids. It's a law.
Yeah.
That ain't being upheld. The court system is dropping the ball. They drop the ball on everything. What surprises you about the courts about this system here? Here's something that happened to me. When my son turned 21 years old, I had to pay because he's going to college. You pay a child support till 18, that's to go to college, and you got to pay till 21 in the state of Missouri. At 21, they say quit sucking your thumb. You should be able to take care of yourself. He could take care of himself at 16. But anyway, February 3rd, he turned 21. I made my last payment. March, they sent me something that said I owed $400 because I was now behind. Okay, $350 originally, $400, right? I called him. Oh, well, it's just no, don't worry about that. We'll take care of it. Okay. April, $500. May, $550. They kept adding $50 every month. Delinquency. I called him on the phone. I started getting real pissy with him. Come August, I called him. I said, you guys keep sending me deals saying, oh, $400 for my child support. My son is 21 years old, turned 21 in February of this year. Why do I keep getting these deals? They said, well, you got to understand. I said, no. And I cussed. I said, no, bitch, you got to understand. Stop harassing me. I'm going to sue you for harassment. She goes, well, that's kind of harder than you think. I said, how hard is it to turn around and holler to the lady behind you? Say, hey, he's done with his child support. Take him off the list. How hard is that? She said, well, it ain't that simple. I said, why isn't it? because different departments control different things. So why? So somebody can have a job. So you man-hating women can sit up there and have a job and stamp something. Stop sending me something. They did it again next month. I contacted the prosecuting attorney, child prosecuting attorney. She filed a temporary lawsuit against them. Amazing how fast that letter stopped coming to my house.
Ain't that great?
It wasn't even a real lawsuit, but it was like
Ain't that special?
it was
Yeah.
a query, whatever it was. Yeah, it quit coming. Okay. But it kept accumulating time. But so come tax season, of course, the state of Missouri still had on record now with child support, they try to take taxes. It was in everything. It was a big battle before we figured out that I didn't know any taxes. Released the shit. Then my wife had to file taxes because they couldn't get hers and blah, blah, blah. It was 6 months to a year before they finally stopped after I was done paying child support.
Yep. Okay.
So once you're in the system, my uncle had a wise statement, and I did not listen to him years ago because he was an outlaw. And what do you know about this? But he said, nephew, don't ever get into the system. Whether it's law, where you're going to or you're in the court system, child support, whatever. He said, because it's you play hell getting out of it.
Yeah, once they get their claws sunk into you, it's hard to get them out.
Child support didn't want to let me go. Okay. Yep. But which, of course, taxes didn't want to let me go. And meanwhile, my son, he started getting a little pissed too, because he seen me being aggravated.
Right.
Naturally. And it wasn't his fault. It was kind of my ex-wife, because that greedy woman kept calling. But anyway, they're not doing this whole thing needs to be reevaluated. Okay.
Yeah.
People commit suicide from this thing. What are we going to do? So women, they should pay their share.
Yeah. Going back to what Double Doc said here earlier about getting 18, and becoming an adult and everything, and the child support stops. Here's another one that you need to think about. Now I don't know how it is in other states, but in the state of Missouri, at the age of 16, you can be emancipated, and you're on your own.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. 17. I stand corrected. So if a person is paying child support on a child and that child wants to be emancipated, okay, then child support ought to stop then also, instead of carrying it on to 18. Or a lot of times, if they go to college, you got to continue paying that child support while they're going to college.
Yeah. That's what they did to me. Here's another thing.
You could be paying child support till they're 21, 22 years old.
Here's another thing. If they're emancipated and they get in trouble with the popo, they could come knock on your door. And you're responding, and then we're going to arrest you. And so you'll play hell. First of all, don't touch me. But why you on me? Well, your son did this. My son's emancipated. Well, you're still responsible for him. Then he needs to be in my fucking house.
Yeah, exactly.
In my house,
exactly.
In his damn room, sleeping where we're supposed to be. All right. So if he ain't gonna be in my house, don't come knock on my damn door.
Yeah, go talk to him.
So
he's on his own.
Now, I never had to worry about that with my sons. I had one daughter who flew to Cooper early, but one daughter did it right. So Dean says on there, here's an idea. You want child support? That's fine. Each parent pays the same amount. Yes, Dean, that's what we're saying. Same amount. And if there's any money left, they put it in a trust fund.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. Put it in. Put it in an escrow.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That's too simple. Knock it off.
Yeah, would you quit that? You're making sense.
He's sober.
I'm going to get a Karen on you here.
You're gonna Facebook is gonna hear about the truth again.
That's it. There you go.
I also think, if this was done amicably, like some people can do,
yes,
work it out other ways, like instead of child support.
Yeah. See, I've got a niece and her ex-husband. I mean, I wish everybody that was divorced with a child could do like they're doing. I mean, it's great, and my niece is remarried. And they got 2 children together, and it's birthday parties and holidays and stuff together. And he's remarried, and so I mean it's great. The 2 of them, and they do it all for my great niece, and it's wonderful. And she's 10 years old, and she doesn't feel like the left-handed stepchild and left out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so, and that's the way it should
be. But unfortunately, it's not.
States want you to get them involved so they can. They could set a price
because they're bored.
I know a lot of people did it fine. They knew they couldn't be married, but it wasn't the kid's fault. They worked behind the scenes, got done. But a lot of times, some states find out you're getting divorced, they start sending child support right out. They overstep the parents' bounds. Woman's like, I don't want child support. Too bad you got to pay it. too bad, mind your business.
Dean says I'm 3 beers in.
And Dean's turning 3 beers in. It must be a slow night for Dean.
Yeah.
Must be a Tuesday. He hasn't had any
Yeah.
tacos yet.
Step up the pace, Dean.
Yeah, you're behind, buddy. You're behind. So, men, I ask you, and I mean, my kids are gone. Yours are gone. I don't know, Devil Dog, if
Yeah.
your kids are still around or not.
Yeah, I'm an empty nester now.
Well, you're never an empty nester. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm
There's
a
always something wrong.
I'm a stepdad.
Nothing wrong with that. I've been a stepdad for many years myself. It's also great. It's another great joy of mine.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my kids don't call me stepdad. I'm dad.
Yeah.
But
I tell people that the only steps I have lead up to my front door.
that's right. That's right. When, you're in my family. You're mine.
You're it. That's it.
I don't have daughter-in-laws. I have daughters. I don't have son-in-laws. I have other sons.
So, there you go.
Mhm.
I only use the word son-in-law if I'm official business. Other than that, call him son.
Call
he calls
him
me
son.
dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make it feel like he's welcome. So what do we do, gentlemen? I mean,
Yeah.
because this thing is all messed up.
Yeah.
It's tangled in the law. You got women wanting money. You got greedy ass men.
Yeah.
Men have figured out we can sit at home, have one pay us.
Yeah, somebody pipe in and tell us how we can fix this broken system around here.
Did you see what the there's this judge on TikTok, and it was ex-husband and the ex-wife,
Uh-huh.
and he got a pay raise, so she sent him
I
to
see it.
court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black
It was
judge.
Black
Yeah,
judge.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what needs to be done. Are
Did
you
see her
able to
look?
work? Yeah. Well, I
You
don't
see
want to work, but you're able to work.
And she kept arguing. She said, "Well, we'll have another discussion, you and me, here in a minute."
Yeah.
Now he did, and the dad didn't have a problem with that, right? His income base, he may pay insurance, and that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
$50 more a month, money wise, make up the insurance. She didn't want it. She wanted to stay at home and just live off his income.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is freaking wrong.
Yes.
And that's what so many of them wind up doing because the judges have blinders on and they want to feel sorry for the woman.
Well, I learned a little trick. If you can get a female judge for child support, if you know the woman's lazy, because a woman don't want another woman to be lazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that brings the women down. Okay. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Try that crap. See what happens here.
Mhm.
Or a woman's out having affairs and she calls the divorce. That female judge like, look, man, it ain't my fault you can't keep your legs together for your
Yeah.
husband and everything. We're going to do things my way. I'm the head woman in charge in here. Women hate that.
Yeah.
Can we get away from step parents and just call them bonus parents? Fine by me. Or just call me dad, mom.
Yeah.
Or,
There you go.
whatever. My grandpa calls my grandkids Papa Richie, Nana, Papa, and then they got Nana Papa again. So, Nana Papa or Nana Shelly, Papa Richie, and then the others are Nana and Papa.
Yeah.
That way they keep them together.
Hey, can I open another can of worms since we're on this child support thing right here?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
for it.
This is a little bit off the beaten path a little bit, but kind of not.
That's the whole show.
Okay. All right. What if let's just throw this out there. A woman tells her boyfriend, okay,
Okay.
that I'm pregnant,
Okay.
but I'm going to get an abortion. And the boyfriend says, no, I don't want you to. I want the baby.
Okay. I hear
Okay. See where this is
you.
going?
I do.
I think that he ought to be able to petition the courts.
To
She
get the baby.
needs to go through with giving birth to that child and then sign away her parental rights when that child is born, have it already done, and he can walk right out of the hospital and raise that child himself. He ought to be able to take that child and raise it.
Mhm.
Why should he have to suffer because there was a bad choice there? And I tell everybody, well, it was a mistake. No, children are not a mistake.
Mm-mm.
They're created by the Almighty up above. Okay. That children are not a mistake. You knew what it was going to happen when you got together.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that baby is not a mistake.
Right.
That baby is a product of your poor judgment at the time. Okay. So he ought to be able to have custody of that baby and take it home and give it a chance at life and to raise it.
Yep.
So there you go. That's it. Now I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of comments down here. It's going to tell me I'm totally wrong as it can be, but now that's the way I feel because and I'm going to just throw it out here, people. I'm pro-life. Okay. I'm a pastor and I'm pro-life. and I will cut you no slack on this abortion issue because all lives are precious.
Mhm.
God created all these children. Okay? Let that child live. You don't know if that child that you're aborting, when it grows up, could have been the one that God designed to give us the cure for cancer when it grows up. You see what I'm saying? Look, or maybe a future astronaut, or maybe a future president. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't know. Okay, you have no idea what God had intended for that child that you're going to abort. So give it a chance at life.
True.
Your parents gave you a chance at life. So
Yeah.
why shouldn't it have a chance at life? There you go. Thank you. Now I guess that's kind of a rant too. Okay.
Well, here's the deal, though.
No.
The law says you can't do that. What you want to do, I agree with.
Yeah.
Turn around, let a woman do. Let a woman. Let's say a woman can have an abortion without a man say so. Why can't a man say, "I don't want to pay child support on that baby"?
Exactly.
Can't do that.
Yeah. See,
Can't do
double
that.
standards.
It is.
Double standards
is.
everywhere you turn
It is.
around, and the law, if you think about it and read some of them, contradicts itself.
Every one of them does.
Yeah,
Every one of them does.
they really do.
There ain't a law nowhere that
It doesn't contradict itself, or is
there ain't a state nowhere that can't find laws contradict themselves.
when they put a blindfold on the scales of justice, boy, they pegged that
They
statue
was-
right, didn't they?
That was
They
right.
put it right. That was right.
Here, the law I keep harping about here in the state of Missouri. I hate this freaking law. Law in Missouri says they cannot shut your power off. It was 33 degrees below for a 24-hour period. That's the law, period, in the story.
There you go.
Here's how it contradicts themselves. Some other law that I ain't never seen, but politicians keep telling me it's there,
Yeah.
says, well, that don't pertain to co-ops. Every power company in this area
Is a co-op.
is a co-op.
It's a co-op. So
But
then why have that
But that's
stupid
not
law
what
on
the
there?
law says.
Yeah.
Law doesn't say co-ops can do it. It says no one. You
No
can't.
one.
It's against the freaking law. So yeah, there's all kind of
Yeah.
all kind of.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Dean says I'm pro-life, exceptions, rape, incest, and it should be a legal process if the mother or baby are in danger. I got no problem with that.
Nope.
I don't got a problem with that. I just don't want Mary Rottencrotch and her pretty pink panties out there having babies and being risky and then getting an abortion because she can and move on the next guy. F you, ho. Take care of your responsibilities.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's real quick.
Yes.
All the Marines out there, if you're born in the age where you was at Camp Lejeune, you got the bad water, get a hold of them, contact them, guys. If you're having problems that you think it's because of the water, go get checked out. If it's from the water, they have money for you. Okay.
Yep.
They can help you out and take care of there. However, now you got the scammers coming.
Oh boy,
the
do you ever?
The Muslims or Hindus or whoever's doing these things. Excuse me, I know that. Yeah, that you. They called. They already called me. They called me today. They said, "I'd like to speak to Richie King, please." I already know they're full of shit.
Yeah, I'm getting them. And
Yeah.
I lived there when I was a kid.
So
Yeah.
well,
I got one, and I'm not even a Marine. I'm an old Army paratrooper.
he said, "We're calling you about the Camp Lejeune water." I said, "Stop, Punjab." I called him Punjab. I was there after the date. Oh, very good. I'm sorry. I said, plus, I know your attorneys will shut up. We're not trying to scam veterans. Okay. So they're out there. You got scammers for everything. I get a couple of them all the time for that
Yeah.
iPhone thing.
No.
I love messing with them. I finally got him. I was talking to a pastor. I was. And the phone rang. I said, hold on just a second. And it said, press 2. And he got on there. I said, what? He says, is this Richie King? Yes. Damn it, you know who it is. You call me. You call me every day. What do you want? Well, we got to take care of this Amazon account. It's past due. I said, I don't even have an Amazon account. Okay. I said, listen, I got time to pay you. I got 2 bodies in the trunk of this car. I'm trying to bury these damn things. Excuse me? I'm trying to bury these 2 bodies. What do you want? All right, they're getting They're stinking. I need some time. Another shovel. Click. I didn't get to finish the rest of the routine.
They called me one time. I was with my mom, and I was like, I can't take this anymore. And I'm sitting at the VA waiting for my recent checkup,
Mm-hmm.
and I just put it on speaker, and I'm like, "Hi, this is Detective So and So. You've called an active crime scene. How can I help you?" and everybody in the waiting room had just turned around and is looking at me, and they're like, "Well, we need to talk to you about." I'm like, "Do you know that you just called a crime scene? How do you know the so and so? I need your name, phone number, and your supervisor. Click, and everybody's like, "That's how you get them off the phone."
That's it. That's
Yeah,
great.
one called me one time, and the wife's like, "It's like at 10 o'clock at night." Wife said, "Don't you do it." I said, "No, I'm gonna do it." I picked up on it. Yeah, right there, baby. Right there, today, like that. Hello. Everything okay? I'm trying to get somewhere. What do you need? Huh? I'm throwing my best moves. Click. I was like, yeah. All right, we're gonna do the what is it, guys? Here's your
Okay, what is it?
Here's your what is it?
It's horrifying.
Wife said it looks like unchewed bubble gum and grease.
Looks like
It's
a
not.
Looks like a blob of licorice that got spit out.
Yes, it's not none of those things, but
Looks like a retainer.
could be. Look like something on a Tuesday night after too many jalapenos and cheese and some guacamole.
Looks like a Camp Pendleton hooker.
Well, parts of her.
Speaking from experience there, Double Duck.
Well, being born and raised there, you kind of know which ones to avoid.
Kind of like being down at Tigerland down there in Fort Polk. You know, they had this town outside the gate that guys used to go to. It was called Leesville, but we called it Diseaseville.
Oceanside, California ain't very healthy. I can tell you that right now. All right, let's get into some of our funnies.
Especially Hill Street.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into some of our funnies today. Well, y'all know this ain't funny, but this is true. Veteran lives matter. I said that a while ago. That is so true. Remember that. Yeah, here we go. First one. Chili season is here, boys. Chili season is here.
That back blast.
Yeah, dude, that's back. Black bass area wasn't clear.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear. Raise your hand if you're sphincter twinged. Yeah. And this come from man, he's hot food. Woo. Here we go. True hunting buddies. Whatever it takes. Some things ought not be on camera.
It's obvious that neither one of them are veterans.
It's obvious neither one were hunting legally. There's no orange between the two of them.
Yeah.
Are they Air Force?
That's Navy.
Yeah, that's Navy.
Look at Devil Dog. And he can't even say nothing.
Can't even come back on that one.
That's probably a group of submariners right there out hunting.
Coast Guards.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, there we go. They're coasties.
Coasties. Yeah. Dean said, looks like one of my train parts. That looks like a lot of things. That ain't it. But woo, yeah. Okay. Hurricane Ian, was a big, massive hurricane.
Yep.
And left a lot of damage in its wake. Things that could be cleaned up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's one of the things. This gentleman was walking by and he seen this fish caught in the fence. What they found in Florida waters after they went down in Orange County, Florida. Look at the teeth on that gar.
Mercy.
Next question, you're saying, how the hell did he get that cranium in that fence? Well, when you got a hurricane blowing up the crack of your ass and with that much power, it'll shove it through there.
Yeah, 140 mile an hour winds. Anything can happen.
Yeah, you're gonna
imagine this stink. Does it just me or does this picture look like it smells? Who smells high water in this fish right now? You know what I'm saying?
It smells a little fishy to me.
It does.
Yeah,
it does. It does. Next one here. What's out there, Dad? Ignorance, son. Ignorance on a scale I've never seen before. Yes.
Oh, there's too much truth in that one.
The sad thing is the sad thing is that's 100% facts.
Mm-hmm.
This looks totally legit. Nothing suspicious at all here. It's like somebody killed Shaquille O'Neal.
Are they trying to take Kareem Abdul-Jabbar across the border?
I think they are.
I wonder how many people are in there. Yeah, they just come from Mexico across.
Got to pack them and stack them.
A cop's like, no way, that's a body. Let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever wonder what you would buy if you won the lottery?
Oh boy.
There's a lot of things, right? Well, this is what happens if rednecks win the lottery. Look at that limo they made to a truck. Hey, I'm in on that right there.
Right there.
I'll take one.
Yeah. Lock and load.
I'll go to my shows and that. I can pull up there and get curbside service in Atlanta.
There you go.
And maybe we're tired. We pull up the side of the road and get right up in the cab and go to sleep.
It don't get no better than that.
I don't see anything wrong. I don't see any reason why to make fun of this photo. I think it's approved.
The life of luxury. Don't tell me money can't buy everything.
That's right. We just proved that statement is incorrect. If you're thinking you're having a bad day, remember the woman in this photo standing behind 3 mannequins. It would be okay, but you mean
is this line ever going to move?
It'd be okay, but you mean she can't see this one right here? There's a pole right there by his leg holding that one up.
I think Dean Searney was behind that photo.
Yeah,
that's why he's in jail.
So. He had to be at least 6 beers down for that one.
Never upper deck at Taco Bell. Yeah. So if you ever had a bad day, just remember that lady stood there for a clothing store. I hope that wasn't Target. All right. Whoever's making these videos has got to stop.
Oh, God, no.
I had 2 drops of pee come out on some of these videos already, okay? Here. I'll never look at Willie Nelson again the same.
Oh dear God.
He's all happy.
That's too much.
I want off this planet.
Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here.
You want to leave it up, but you can't leave it up. Then you're mad who gets questioned. But the comedy can be like, that's funny shit.
This is great.
You know what I mean? So we might keep Willie in our stash. Oh, until we got up here.
Oh God.
Put him right next to the reporter.
We'll get to her a little bit.
In the Macho Man one.
Yes.
No, unfortunately, I raced him, but we'll get him back. All right, now we're gonna start some more of these. Here we go.
Oh boy.
This one here is Tim Allen and Jimi Hendrix.
Oh Jesus.
Timmy Hendrix.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
Oh God.
I apologize for this next one, Lord. Please forgive me for laughing at a dead man's unfortunates. This is funny as hell. Mr. Bean and Kurt Cobain.
I might sprinkle holy water on you.
My brother sent me these. Redneck a-hole.
Oh God. I gotta go see a priest now.
Well, hold on, I think I might have one of them for you too.
Oh Lord.
There you go. This is for Halloween.
Oh God.
Michael Jackson, Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees. Hey, look, the shirt. I like the shirt and the tie combo. That's pretty good. That's machete. All right,
not bad.
No,
not
it's
bad.
Pretty good get up.
Yeah.
The glove thing killing me.
Yeah.
even a murderer's got one glove.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever wonder if Michael Jackson cross-dressed what he looked like? Or not Michael Jackson.
No, God, no.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Okay.
Oh, please, God, no.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, mother of God, no.
Missy Elliott.
Oh,
Mike Tyson.
We got to throw about a half a dozen Hail Marys in here, and I'm not even
Oh my
Catholic.
God, oh my God.
Oh,
This is what happens when
that's great. That's great.
That's what happens when you have a $40,000 weed habit a month right there.
Oh my goodness.
Mike Tyson whipping somebody. Whoever did that needs to give Mike Tyson your address. Because
we tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
I never get told.
It just gets better with age, like a fine wine.
All right, this next video is a TikTok video I got, and it's the truth. So listen to it very closely.
I thought that's all we do on this show is the truth.
That's all we do. Absolute truth. But TikTok kind of sketchy sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
After all the damage, and some of you might have seen this press conference, after all the damage that happened, the vice president got up and run her hole about the funds and where the funds are going.
Yeah.
And I want to get to some of these comments before I play that because it's going to piss some people off. Cheech and Chong up in Smoke Part 2. It's the early army.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
That's great.
Come on, Aaron. That's funny. All right. Anyway, she got up there and she made some stupid comments as usual. Is what she does.
That's all she ever does.
Well, listen to this guy. This guy's going to explain everything to
She's
you.
just more stupider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Folks, you cannot make this up. Vice President Kamala Harris said publicly that relief funds for the victims of Hurricane Ian were going to preferentially go toward people of color and communities of color. Said it out loud, but that's not the best part. She's speaking to Priyanka Chopra, an actress at some Democratic Women's Forum, and Chopra chimed in after she said the money's going to go preferentially toward communities of color, people of color, and she said, well, and women. And Harris said, oh yes, and women too. So in a matter of 20 seconds, the Vice President of the United States of America said that federal funds for victims of a hurricane that affected everyone, all races, all genders, was going to go toward people of color and females. Well, as you can imagine, the White House and people from FEMA and everyone quickly jumped on that. And of course, Rapid Response Director Christina Pushaw said, no, the vice president's claims are false. The FEMA release money has been given to all Hurricane Ian victims, all Floridians, all, not based on race, not based on gender, not based on anything, all, just how it should be, because everyone pays taxes and everyone's an American citizen. So what we see here is the Vice President of the United States just got caught lying and pandering in front of a crowd just to look good, just so she could say, oh yes, well yes, we're gonna give to the people of color and give to women. Pandering, outright lie. And now you have people from FEMA and people from the White House now trying to do damage control to say, oh, no, please don't panic. Nope, the money is going to be available to everyone. They already put their tweet out and they already tried to do damage control. How disgusting of a human being must you be? Everyone got affected. I know people of all races that live in that area of Florida. They've all been affected. For her to say that publicly might be the most disgusting thing I've ever heard come out. And the most racist thing I've ever heard, oh, and sexist, come out of a politician's mouth, maybe anyone's mouth, ever. What does that make you think? How does that make you feel? As an American, I don't care what race, color, creed, doesn't matter. How does that make you feel as an American?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. You know, I got a lot of friends out there in Florida. I really do, and a lot of them were north of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming out volunteering their time to help other Floridians.
Yep.
Did I say colored Floridians?
No, you said Floridians.
Floridians. Okay. That was totally stupid on her part to say such a stupid comment. Listen, a hurricane don't give a shit what color you are.
Yeah.
It could give a rabbit's ass less.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Stupid is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom always said.
Now, how much do we got to prove that this administration is completely and utterly full of shit and don't care about the people? It's quickly becoming, and I got two white men here on my host with me, and a pure white. I'm not, but two white men right here. It's quickly becoming that the white men are being phased out. What she just said, you guys wouldn't get any money if you lived in Florida, according to what the vice president just said. Okay, that's her line of thinking. Here's the stupid part. She's married to a white man. Yeah, he's white as white. He's like a Casper. He's so damn white. Will you please explain to me the goings-ons here? Okay.
You can't explain stupid.
And you hear people saying, well, the rednecks in this country mess things up. That's not rednecks making those comments.
No.
These are not rednecks. That's not.
These are supposed
You've been
to
seeing
be-
more often rednecks are the ones helping people get out of some bad situations. You two as white men, how does this make you guys feel?
A redneck with a 3rd grade education is smarter than that woman.
And the president to boot. Come on, your IQs.
She couldn't hit water if she fell out of a boat.
I know that's right.
No.
Both of them together don't even have one brain cell.
Look here. Look what Dean Tony said. If Trump said that, they'd riot.
Oh, they'd be all over. They'd be tearing more statues down, burning buildings.
Isn't that the definition of racism? It absolutely is.
Yeah.
It is. And
Spot
people are like,
on.
well, racism only means the person has power. Okay, stop right there. If you want to go to the liberal definition, don't she have power? She's the 2nd highest ranked person in America. If that ain't power, who the hell what is?
Yeah.
So as white men, how much more are you guys going to take? She's blatantly saying you guys ain't worth nothing.
You know who I feel sorry for right now during this administration, more than I do the people. This is our supposed to be the commander in chief that our military forces have to follow on his orders to do things.
Yeah, we know what that is already.
I'm gonna tell you something. We've all been in that boat, okay? I was in there under the Nixon administration at the beginning of that mess, okay? All right. And it's like in Henry Kissinger. Okay, I just dated myself, okay? Yeah, I know I'm older than dirt, but that's okay. But I'll tell you what, it would be scary to be in the military right now with this individual sitting in the Oval Office.
And you know,
And if something happens to him, then Kamala Harris is there.
How much more confidence you got? Here's the deal. You got to be confident that he's going to live or hope that he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Because if he's out, guess who's next in line? And guess who's in after her?
Hee-haw.
The pickle bitch herself. Is after Kamala, get the pickle bitch in there.
Yeah, the human bobblehead.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Goodness gracious.
Listen, Democrats, it's time to wisen the hell up. Everything you hear, you guys go around and spit off these stats, and this ain't right. I got 2 white men right here. I'd die for these 2. They died for me. I'm a mixed race.
Yeah.
I'm a mixed breed. You guys would help me.
I've been
Dean
doing.
Cerny, I'd help it. It's just stupid.
I've
They're the
been
ones-
reading.
Go ahead,
I've been
sorry.
reading a lot lately, and I've been going back to back when I was in high school, and I started to reread Malcolm X's biography again. And he says if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people that are supposed to be oppressed and loving the people that are doing the oppressing.
The oppression. Yes. Malcolm X was a brilliant man. His writings are phenomenal. And if you've never read anything about Malcolm X, you need to do that.
Yeah, first of all, he's a black man aside.
Yeah.
Get rid of that right now.
Get ready.
Look at Malcolm X. Look at what he read, or look at what he wrote. He died for what he wrote.
That's right.
Because he went and learned. He was wrong at first. He went and came back off his journeyman and said, you know what? I was wrong. Let me rewrite some of this stuff.
Yep.
People say what you want about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a high IQ. Martin Luther King wasn't an idiot.
No.
And he did a lot of things for the white man.
Yep.
He did a lot of things for civil rights. So the cops just couldn't pull me over because I was a redneck, jerk me out of the car and beat the hell out of me. Although that still happened, but he fought for that.
Yes.
He didn't know me back in that day.
He fought for everybody.
So people need to start understanding the facts are facts and truths truths, which leads me into this. I want you to listen to this very closely.
There was no need for me to speak.
Why don't you say anything about police brutality? You never speak out about police killing people.
When last time police done killed a nigga?
That shit happens a lot.
But
it may not be George Floyd media status, but that shit happens a lot.
Okay, so I often look at those statistics. The police shoot more mentally ill white men than anybody. The white boy mama who done called the police on him because he had to have. So if you look at the statistics, the police on an average shoot more white people than they do black people. I'm a guy that's big on statistics. Police shootings, and I want people to really hear me, homie. Police shootings, killing an unarmed nigga, is the least of our problems in America. It's the least of our problems. They ain't shot now nigga on his way to school. They ain't shot no nigga getting off work. They ain't shot no nigga in a high visibility construction vest. They ain't shot a nigga in no suit. They ain't shot now nigga with his pants pulled up and his shirt tail tucked in. They ain't shot it. No. When I watched the country not have no outrage for Tamir Rice, there was no need for me to speak. There was no need for me to speak on police brutality, because police brutality is small compared to black on black homicide rates. Police brutality is small to the 73% of households that are headed by single women. Police brutality is small compared to only 36% of black children can read on or above their grade level. Police brutality is small when you got over 2 million children in the United States of America who suffer from hunger. Nah, homie, that's the least of our problem.
That gentleman right there, I thought
truer words were never spoken.
That's right. I followed a guy on TikTok, and he was a former inmate. He was a thug and a hooligan. This is his words, not mine. He said he was a thug and a hooligan. He thought the only way to live was commit crime. He had to go to prison to get educated.
Yeah, ain't that bad?
Now he comes out and people are arguing about stuff. If you caught what he said right there, he said more white crackheads are being shot by the police than blacks. And people are like, well, there's more white people. True. But the mere fact is more being shot, that erases the fact that more blacks are being shot. That means it ain't true. I don't care how many people got. More white people are still being shot.
Well, you know why it makes it look like it's the opposite direction? Because they're trying to, the media is tainting all of that. All they do is focus on the police shooting black men and black children and black women and all that. And that's all they show and drill into. They don't cover any of the other at all, in no way, shape, or form. So they're high profiling that. And it's just, if you talk about the enemy doing their brainwashing, that television with the news that we have today is the biggest brainwasher that there is going on in this country today.
Let me ask you two questions. Would you guys consider me a celebrity?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hanging out with some other celebrities. The news media comes up, wants to know what's going on. We witnessed something that happened. They come up and they said, was there any black people assaulted? Well, no. They got in the news vehicle and left.
Yeah.
They actually did that. They were only looking for things to make it where, one race was either getting treated better or worse than the other one. And instead of reporting freaking news to everybody.
Yeah.
What happened, the sad thing is, it was a husband and a wife, and 3 little kids died.
Yeah. That's sad.
Some other news media 2 hours later came and reported the story.
Yep.
A news media was already there. The gas wasn't even done dripping out of the gas tank.
Right.
They were there.
You see,
so
the actor Morgan Freeman, we all know him.
I
love that guy. I can watch any movie Morgan Freeman is in. He is phenomenal.
He is.
And he made a comment months ago, and it just sticks with you. He said the only way to eliminate racism is to quit talking about it.
Actually,
exactly.
Actually said that back in 2017.
2017.
Yeah, but it's
resurfaced.
It needs to keep resurfacing.
Yeah. It needs to be there. So hee-haw.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here's your what is it?
Here's a what is it? Okay.
That is just ugly and so many. Yeah.
You know how you hate the Dallas Cowboys as much as I do, Pimp?
Yeah.
I just discovered something the other day that really freaked me out.
What's that?
Remember in 1989 when they were up for sale?
Yeah.
Do you know who got denied the right to buy the Cowboys?
Who?
Jerry Buss, the owner of the Lakers, because he was a playboy. He had the money to buy the Cowboys. They said, yeah. And then everybody said, nope.
See, and they shouldn't be able to dictate to you what you do with your money.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And I know it's a club, and they have a right to. They have a right to let people in and out who they want. Yeah. But I mean, come on. Listen, the man obviously can build an organization.
Yeah,
he or not, the Lakers is one of the most premier basketball teams ever.
And when he bought them, they weren't crap.
Yep. That's how you got them at a bottom basement price.
Bought them and the LA Kings at the same time.
What's up, brother?
Oh, I said, I'm just wondering if we've got time for me to go over. We've got some important stuff coming up in the November ballot here in the state of Missouri that's really going to affect a lot of people, plus veterans.
Okay, well, so let me just clear a couple of these tabs here.
You just do that. I've got it ready to come up on my phone here.
All right. And with no further ado.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next man coming to the microphone is a distinguished veteran. He has many years of service, and he's a good dude. Please give it up for the commander.
Okay. Here we go. Whoop. I'm going to have to get it here. This is coming up in the Missouri 2022 ballot. There are 3 amendments to our Constitution. And I wanted to go over these with them here, kind of with the highlights here. Okay. I'm trying to get a Charlie horse in that left leg. Woo. Okay. 3 legislative referred constitutional amendments are certified to be on the ballot this November here in the state of Missouri. One citizen initiated a constitutional amendment, and Amendment 3. There's 3, 4, and 5. Amendment 3 is certified to be on the ballot. This amendment would legalize marijuana in Missouri for adults over 21 years old and allow individuals convicted of nonviolent marijuana-related offenses to petition to be released from incarceration and or have their records expunged and impose a 6% tax on the sale of marijuana. Now, a constitutional convention question, which automatically appears on the ballot every 20 years, is on the ballot this time. Now, that's number 3. Now, let me get down here to amendment number 4. Amendment number 4 will allow the legislation pass a law December 2026 that requires to increase funding without reimbursement from a state to, well, I'm trying to police force that would, and it's cutting me off there. Oh, okay, here we go. I kind of got to use my finger to move that over there. To require a city to increase funding without reimbursement from the state to a police force that was established by the State Board of Police Commissioners. And the big one is number 5, gives the Missouri National Guard its own department in the state to the state government. So in other words, that means that the governor would no longer have total control, if I'm reading this correctly, over the National Guard. It would fall more in their own department there on that. But I want to go back up to the one on the marijuana on that there. This legislation is going to open the door a lot for our, say we have veterans who are have their medicinal marijuana card, and let's say that their ailment, that what they're allowing them to have is not enough. This will allow them to even have their recreational marijuana opposed to their medical marijuana card that they've got. So they would be able to receive more help in there. But then this also opens the door to a lot of the folks that are incarcerated that's going to give them the opportunity to petition a release, because how can you pass a law to legalize something that they're locked up for, which we had touched on that topic a time or two here in the past in general conversation. Well, with this amendment being on the books here in the state of Missouri, this is going to allow those convicted of nonviolent marijuana related cases to petition for the release, and or on an individual basis could get their criminal record expunged, which would give them all back their voting rights, the rights to have weapons, and everything else. So it's going to open a lot of doors. But then again, what's going to happen with companies and certain jobs? Say you work for MoDOT, but you want to have recreational marijuana and it's legal. It's going to open that door. You see what I'm saying? Well, we got to drop a urine here, because a lot of companies and factories, and depending on what your employment status is, a lot of companies will drop a urine. So now everything's going to have to be revamped through the whole thing if this Amendment 3 and the Constitution in Missouri gets changed to allow for the purchase of marijuana legally here. But I believe that this could be helpful to a lot of veterans.
I think
medically,
it will.
I think it will. I really do, because especially if they've, there's a lot of pharmaceutical medications out there, but we have a lot of veterans who suffer with glaucoma and other health related issues that they have proven that marijuana actually is able to help them better than other prescribed drugs. So I think it's going to help in the long run on this. But I'm also kind of curious, and feedback from folks out there, what you all think could be the downside of this here. So it's something that it's going to be an individual thing here when we go to the polls in November in the state of Missouri on this.
I think, if I'm getting this right, because I know still currently, if you're getting any form of VA benefits, you're technically a federal employee.
Right.
So you can't, even if it's passed in your state, do it, because you'll lose your benefits. But I believe, if what I heard the other day is correct, if enough states pass where it's legal, and I believe they're going to try and wipe out the marijuana crimes as well, then they can go to, I believe it's the Supreme Court, and ratify to have marijuana dropped from Class 1 status.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's another thing. If a veteran has his medicinal card for the medicinal marijuana, how are they able to differentiate between the medicinal marijuana and recreational that they have? How are they going to know so that they could yank away any benefits that a veteran has got?
Yeah.
Because a marijuana P test is going to be a marijuana P test. It's going to show up. So that's the whole thing that
it's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22 thing. So I see a lot of the positive on this, but I'm also starting to see a lot of the negative. So what about the recreational marijuana that passes, and we've got guys driving 18-wheelers down the highway, or a car or pickup truck or anything on the highways? You're allowed so much recreational marijuana to have. It's, and I know people say, well, there's so many out of 10 cars are driving under the influence anyway on the highway. So what's some recreational marijuana going to do to that?
The only thing I would say that to the counter, if I may interject now.
Interject.
Is, let's look at alcohol. Alcohol is legal.
Right.
People still drink alcohol. You still got to be responsible. Drunk driving still kills more people than weed. We can argue because it's not legal, it's legal, whatever. It still falls upon the human being, though.
Yeah.
That'd be like blaming Ford Motor Company because somebody hit me with an F-150. They were drunk. Ford don't care.
Ford don't care. All they do is make it.
Or sue Hustler Magazine for getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
It's not their deal. But I do understand what you're saying. There's going to be people out there who don't understand enough is enough.
Right. Yeah. The judgment is gone.
Also, people, if it's true and this does get legalized, your employer could still dictate to you if you can smoke it or not at their job.
Yeah, right.
You still can't come to work high. You can't come to work drunk. Alcohol's legal. So remember, just because you got it, doesn't mean it.
I talked with a guy that retired from Ford after over 30 years.
Right.
Okay. He says, I go to the Ford plant every day, and he worked on the line. And he says 80% of those guys are under the influence of something, slapping them cars together every day. And Ford just lets them come right in and go. And the only time that they send them out the door is if they actually cause a problem on the assembly line or somewhere else in the plant where they're working, to where it's very obvious that they are totally intoxicated. He said, we got guys on the line all the time down there that he says are under the influence of marijuana, other stuff, or they're halfway intoxicated with alcohol.
Right.
And he said, it's crazy.
Hey, Pimp, to answer Dean's question, yes, you will lose your benefits.
Yep. Okay.
I had a friend. I had a friend test positive for marijuana when I lived in Florida.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was 100%. He currently lost all his benefits.
Why?
He had to reapply because he is technically a federal employee.
Oh.
It's legal in the state. It's not legal federally.
Yeah, they got you there. Yeah.
Because VA
Right.
VA pays you federally.
Right.
You can't do it.
Well, I was under the impression, I heard the same thing, but they would lose their disability. If they get compensation, that's not taxable income. You're not making any money.
Right.
Yeah, the VA disability is compensation and pension.
There's two different ones. There's VA disability and there's VA compensation.
Yeah.
Compensation means that you get paid compensation and you can go have a job.
He had the compensation.
Okay.
His best friend had the disability.
Okay.
They were roommates.
Yeah, they're two different ones. Had two different set of rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Two different.
That's the big catch-22 with state and federal.
Yeah, it's going to open a whole can of worms here,
and
going to create a whole lot of new issues if it passes. And the thing is people are not looking down the road.
Right.
They're just focused on now, but not down the road. So this is going to cause a whole lot of problems in here.
They'll have to come back every 3 years and amend the damn thing.
Yeah.
Because they're too stupid to sit down, bipartisan.
Well, according
to
this amendment, what I read, if this is passed, it's going to be locked in there till 2026 before they can put it back on the ballot again to make another amendment to the state constitution to change or add anything to it. So if it passes in November, what's written is there. We're stuck with it till 2026.
We're trying to find that deal Kyle sent out. Let me see if we can find it. Yeah, it's right here. He put some on here against the Democrats. Hang on me.
It's kind of interesting. I saw it and I thought I'd share it with you. It's a 5-minute video.
As long as they don't copyright, I don't care.
No, I don't believe it's copyrighted.
Okay, right here, and share it, and then go back here, put it to the screen, just like that. All right, guys, I don't know what this is, so if there's any comments or anything, you just go ahead and talk to Devil Doc right there.
Early and miss your team's epic comeback. Rookie mistake.
All right, here we go.
I would like to call a witness.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. You might know him from the first Friday as Big Worm. I'm sorry. That's Ryan Davis. My bad.
I apologize for the language if there's any bad language.
see you again, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Man,
What does that shirt say? I beat CP on Cancer Court?
Oh yeah, it does, because I did before I was cheated.
Man, wow.
Yeah.
So they could put a whole phrase on a shirt when it's that big, huh? A phrase. I'm glad that you were able to take a couple of minutes away from your gastric bypass consultation. To talk to us. Can you give us some examples of some ways that, you know, number one, the Democratic Party could do better, or another party could be another paradise?
You don't mind if I?
Oh, of course, man. I'm gonna take a seat. Yeah.
Before you begin, can you raise your right hand? Yeah. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
About as much as a Democrat.
Thank you.
Wow. So, the Democratic Party. First president I got to vote for was Barack Obama. Voted for that nigga twice. Amazing. My president is black. Lambo is blue. You get a Lambo?
I did.
No, you didn't. Niggas didn't get a lot unless you were gay. You got a lot of shit. You was black and gay, which is dope. I guess it was a good symbol. But I'm gonna tell you something. You talked about the war on drugs, right? Yeah, you know, the war on drugs devastated the black community. But it's not like the Republicans told you sell drugs. No, Hove did that. So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. But this is the craziest thing about the war on drugs. The war on drugs decimated our community because it flooded our community with drugs. They say Reagan flooded the community with drugs. That's a terrible thing. But then we asked the Democrats to do something about it.
What they do?
They locked up everybody who sold drugs and left the crackheads to raise the community. Thank you, Democrats. And this is the funny part. The person who wrote the bill for all of the locking up is the nigga you asking us to vote for now. Which is hilarious that you say the Republicans didn't do anything, when in fact, as terrible as Donald Trump is, he made it so that all of those people who were locked up were able to vote again, giving us voting power again. All those people who had felonies that could not vote can now vote again, and they voted for the nigga who put them in prison. Good job, black community. Way to stick together. At what point do we actually want to see what our power is? Truly. Because if Republicans don't give a fuck because they don't expect us to vote for them, and Democrats absolutely expect us to vote for them, if we do not vote at all, wouldn't that then put us in position of power with the Democrats for them to have to actually do something to get our vote? Isn't leverage what this is all about? So I say sit one out. What's the worst that can happen?
COVID.
No, really, what's the worst that can happen?
George Floyd.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't kill no niggas under Obama. Do we have to go through the list? All the notable names except George Floyd were under Obama, but that's neither here nor there.
How many school shootings were under Obama?
Too many.
How many mass shootings?
No. When Dylan Roof shot up the church, Obama made an initiative to make it illegal to do mass shootings against black people or race type of crime. No, he didn't. He sang Amazing Grace at the funeral. That's what he did, because that's what we needed. How sweet the sound.
Oh, you talking about like the deal that they put together for the Asians?
That's what I was hoping for.
That's an amazing deal.
That's an amazing deal.
I feel like that girlfriend who all her friends is getting engaged. She's like, I'm so happy for y'all. This is what y'all deserve.
It don't rub you the wrong way a little bit as a black person that a white man can look you in the face and say, if you don't fuck with me, you ain't black. Nigga, who are you to tell me about my blackness? And I had an issue with that. And niggas was like, but he right. But he white. What the fuck are you talking about? When did we start letting motherfuckers talk to us like this? At some point, black people, when are we gonna have pride again?
Mm-hmm. Over there drinking the old English beer, need an old African beer. Thank you, Ryan Davis. I appreciate everything, man.
Thank you, man.
You know, you definitely deserve that championship gold watch you got on.
Hey, man. I appreciate that, man. And I like how you wear the hat to not show the bald spot in your braid. Y'all have a good day.
I apologize for the language ahead of time.
Well, first of all, I wanted any of that incorrect. No, the guy tried to be slick about the mass shootings. There wasn't that many mass shootings under Trump.
Nope.
We read it here before. There was more mass shootings leading up to him. There was a lot during him. And then what about now? Tell me right now the 2 years this doofus has been the president, we ain't had more mass shootings in the 2 years of Trump. Let's match numbers.
Way more.
One of our geniuses, technical geniuses, figure that out because I promise you, some of them ain't even televised.
Mm-hmm.
How big a news media? How big a news was there when that lady shot the guy who tried to shoot up the park, the mom?
Yeah.
The guy come back with the M16. They said it was M16. Come back. She pulls out her gun and says, "Peacock." How many of y'all heard about that? Raise your hand. You heard a lot about the guy going and shooting. Every news media on the planet covered a mass shooting. How many covered that mom? Yeah. Besides her local news.
None.
It's like when a lot of it's like country music, for example. When a country entertainer dies, the local news don't even hardly cover it.
Nope.
How many news outlets covered Loretta Lynn's death?
I didn't know anything until you sent me something about it.
Like her or not, she was one of the greatest entertainers in country music. She owned country music as a female. Isn't that worth?
That's worth something, yeah.
Yeah. Now in the 90s, when Conway Twitty died, that was a big deal. And of course, Conway was a big deal at that time. He had more #1 hits than any other male artist ever. Okay. When Johnny Cash died, was there a lot of fanfare?
Yeah.
I'd say no. Johnny Cash had godlike status. So.
Well, I was in Texas when he died.
Did you hear Coolio? I didn't even hear Coolio.
No.
I didn't even hear nothing about Coolio. Wrote a couple the most memorable theme rap songs ever.
Same with DMX when DMX died.
Gangsta's Paradise was, I don't care what color you are. If you was in that area, you knew what the hell Gangsta's Paradise was. There's been a lot of TV shows, So, one of you said earlier about media.
Yeah.
The media's not, and it's hard to research it because they change it. They've changed information on Google.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. They do it all the time.
Some guy was on there, he proved it because he screenshotted some information. Okay. As soon as Obama got elected, he drew up the same information and it was different. He screenshot, so it was different. Had a timestamp. Everybody's like, that didn't happen. He timestamped the freaking thing. Well, you photoshopped it. That's always an excuse. You got Photoshop when you got evidence. Okay. There's a deal with Chuck Norris. Google said Chuck Norris won 5 world championships. Okay. He wrote back and said, no, I won 6. Then asked him, well, how do you know?
I'm Chuck Norris.
I'm Chuck Norris. I was there.
If I say I won 6, I'm Chuck Norris. Just his word alone for me is good enough. Okay, yeah, he said he won 6. 6. He sent him. He said Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Had to send the internet proof
that he won.
That he won 6. And everybody knows if you know Chuck Norris, you know he won 6 world titles. So I know a lot of people get in debate where, well, I'll research this. So, me and Roy Anthony, I love Roy Anthony. He's part of our network, and I love him to death.
No.
But he can research something. I research something, get a totally different answer.
Mm-hmm. It all depends on who your internet server you use.
And that also depends upon if you want to cherry pick information or not. You want to cherry pick little things out. Okay. I'm a peer researcher. I'm a realist, first of all. If you're not a realist, you need to get a realist, because a realist you're a realist. You just know, look, this is going to happen because this is the way it freaking is.
Yeah.
Take your hopes and your wishes out.
Exactly.
And a lot of people.
This is life. This is the way it is.
Right.
Love it or lump it.
And a lot of people are not like that.
It's like I watched an interview one time. I can't remember the actor's name. He had that real deep, growly voice on Laredo. He was a good actor. He started in a lot of movies and stuff. Anyway, he was being interviewed, and the interviewer says, "Now," he said, "let me understand this." He said, "You were the third most decorated soldier in World War II," and he said, "No." He said, "That's not correct." And the guy doing the interview looked shocked that his records were wrong. He said, "I was the second most decorated soldier in World War II." And it just, and the interviewer still wanted to argue with him a little bit about it.
Somebody get Aubrey on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm correct, he's the most decorated.
Most decorated, yeah.
Aubrey.
Yeah, Audie Murphy.
Audie Murphy.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
The most decorated.
Yeah.
At the age of 18.
Yeah. He was too short for the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
A little bitty. I mean, you talk about dynamite. Dynamite killing some more packages.
Yeah.
There you go. Dean said this before, and I'll put it up here again. But no, Loretta Lynn peed in his parents' camper and drank a beer with her dad, with his dad. I mean, so she was amongst the people. And I watched the Coal Miner's Daughter the other day. Well, I don't know. I was drinking.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I watched it. Loved it. Tommy Lee Jones should have got a freaking Grammy.
An award for that. Yeah.
Playing a guy. And
playing dude.
I just watched it, man. And I just sitting there thinking, back then and now.
Yeah.
Holy hell. People that are born back in that day were born back in that day because they knew they couldn't be born this day. They had to be born back here because these guys that are born now couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle back in that day.
No.
So,
speaking of famous people that have been passed away here lately, we lost Angela Lansbury.
There's another one. Yeah.
Today.
Now,
she was 96.
96.
Great actress.
Yeah. I mean, 96, it's time to go. But
yeah,
something big's going to happen because you're getting all these people that are old, like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I am gone.
Yep. We're done. I'm through. Ain't putting up with this no more.
I don't know what the record for celebrities that dying in a year, but 2022 has got to be getting close.
Yeah.
It's got to be getting close because they took some stars. I mean, some mega people. The Queen.
Yeah.
Betty White. No, I guess Betty White was last year technically. She's in December, if I believe.
Yeah, she was in just before her 100th birthday.
Yeah, she's okay. But to get the Queen, you got Loretta Lynn. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Biden went to send the Queen a letter.
Now what a legacy the Queen of England. In World War II, she was a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also drove soldiers off the line.
Soldiers off the line. Yeah.
From the Blitz. Yeah.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, she was out there in the middle of it. You talk about the lady with some grit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, apparently, Joe Biden wrote her a letter. And it said, "Dear Queen, I'm so sorry for your loss." First of all, writing somebody's dead doesn't make any sense anyway, right? Anyway, I'm so sorry for your loss. I like the way you sing. Sincerely, Joe Biden. P.S. I love you, Elton John. Isn't he a queen? That's messed up. Dog, he said, "I'm not. I just need a moment."
Yeah.
Did he sniff the letter before or after he sent it?
No, he probably took a shower with his daughter. I don't know.
Oh boy.
All right, let's get to our Pimp's Pet.
Pimp's Pet.
Now, Pimp's Pet is a unique pet. A lot of them are, but this one's real unique because this is weird. The Indonesian black chicken is the strangest, most expensive, and rarest breed of chicken in the world. It's called a Lamborghini chicken. The price of the eggs are $2,500. And it's very delicious, they say. Everything in this chicken is black, without exception. Its feathers, beak, tongue, nails, even its meat, eggs, and bones. As for his blood, well, it's dark red, which tends to look black. And
wow.
It's got some high tech name that if you want me to say it, you're in trouble. because I'm an idiot. But I will share it with y'all to give you all the opportunity to see this very thing. This bird. This bird of prey. Ahyam Simani. Ahyam Simani is the name of this technical name of this bird. Now I'm going to show you a flock. You see what I did there? I'm going to show you a flock of pictures. When they said totally black, they wasn't lying.
That is the most bizarre, weirdest thing I have ever seen.
I had on here the penis snake on here one time, and I'm pretty sure this beats the penis snake. Look at the meat. Look at the meat.
Wow.
That skin.
That is crazy.
$2,500 an egg.
An egg or a dozen?
No, an egg.
An egg.
Oh, whoa. We'll go back and put that picture up. That's a good question. I don't want to sound like I'm fibbing to you. The price of its eggs can reach $2,500 for an egg. For one egg.
Wow.
Indonesian black chicken.
What are we having for breakfast, dear? Well, it's not the black egg, that's for sure.
One thing about it, it ain't racist.
That's right.
Indonesian black chicken. I've been around now. Tomorrow will be my 51st birthday. And I've been around long enough now that I can honestly say, I ain't never in my life seen Indonesian black chicken.
I didn't know it even existed.
Didn't know there was such a thing.
I knew there was an albino chicken.
I've seen those. So
I'm
about afraid to check the comments on this to see what we got going down here.
No, nobody's talked about the chickens. Dean's going off on Loretta Lynn still.
She was down there. Yeah, she was down there. She was a good lady, really was. Her husband wasn't very good to her sometimes, but she loved him. So whatever, that's her deal. She didn't know she was famous. She was a person. Man, she tell you what, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was the last. They said that she was the last female connection to Patsy Cline.
Oh, okay. When all of them were in there, she kind of helped Loretta giddy up and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then in turn, Loretta kind of helped Tammy Wynette.
Yeah, Loretta helped Tammy and Dolly.
And Dolly, yes, sure did.
Because Dolly closed her park down for a day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Dolly though met Patsy. I don't know if she might have been a little girl when Patsy was like. I don't know, but I know
she was probably a little girl, but never performed with her.
Never performed or anything with her. No.
Yeah,
but Loretta helped both those
absolutely.
both those gals in their career.
A lot of them. She wrote some rock and roll music as well. People don't know about Loretta Lynn. Very talented lady. It's a shame to see her go.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine right now the celebration up there?
Oh, don't you know Conway and Loretta
doing it again? Man.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. You got Waylon playing the guitar for him.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cash singing backup. Johnny Cash was backup. Kenny, is smooth velvet. Was it Kenny up there?
He started out with the Fifth Dimension. In the Age of Aquarius, if you listen really close in the background, you can hear his voice.
Okay.
Yeah, he started out as a backup singer for background with the Fifth Dimension.
Well, guess what?
That's where he got his start.
Well, he's a very, very talented guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our missing persons.
Missing person.
This missing person here, y'all gonna. He hit me when I seen him. He just hit me. I don't know.
Wow.
Whoa.
No thanks. Get off screen. Idiot. Just look at little boy. Just look at him. Quentin Simon. He came up missing this month, October 5th, a couple days ago, in Savannah, Georgia. Look at that little boy.
Man, there's a family going nuts right now.
Man, let's see if we can. There's not much information. Let's see if we can get him help. That's the only picture they got of him. He was born January 28th, 2021. So what is he? One?
He's
One and a half?
about 20 months old.
Okay, almost 2. Okay. Male, and he's a white little boy. Okay. The Atlanta Division of the FBI and the Chatham County Police Department in Savannah, Georgia are seeking assistance from the public to locate Quentin Simon. Quentin was last seen October 5th, 2022 in the area of his home on Buckholler Road in Savannah, Georgia. He was wearing a light blue Sesame Street shirt and black pants.
Wow.
That's sad. That's all the information we got on the kid.
That's it.
If you have any information in this case, please contact the FBI Atlanta Field Office or the Chatham County Police Department.
Wow.
You may also contact local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Just submit a tip online.
That is sad.
Wow.
I'm hoping, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm hoping that maybe an accident happened. Nobody snatched him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if he, God forbid, if he had to pass away, maybe he walked and fell in a hole, or they find him, whatever. But I hope nobody snatched him. Anyway, that kind of hit me because I got grandsons gonna be 2. Terrible 2s. So
wow.
Well, that's some white chicken chili. And what people be thinking, what the hell kind of chicken meat is that? Expensive. Get some. Chicken is chicken. Doesn't matter what color.
That's the chicken you don't ever use. That's your special occasion chicken.
Yeah. Anniversaries or birthdays.
That's when you hit the 100th anniversary. We're having the black chicken tonight.
I can't see it anyway, so don't tell differences make. All right, guys.
Okay.
We're getting down. We'll get about 13 minutes left in the show. And of course, we appreciate a great deal you guys coming on and listening to us run our jibs. We see you guys. We see you guys on Entertainment Network. We see you on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. We see you, and we thank you. Dean said that'd be a hell of a concert. You damn right it was.
Yeah.
Right
wow.
Away. Plus all the rock people that she was sponsored. One more time, I want to show it off again because we're awful proud of it.
Yes, we are. Look at that.
The Dream Catchers. Chili Cook-Off Champion. And there's their credentials. This is the traveling trophy. So you had the previous 2 winners there. We're right there at WO Entertainment 2022. Shout out to my wife for making it delicious. Shout out to me for stirring it and putting the chili in it, the pepper in it, and serving it at the contest and telling jokes. I think it's how I won.
Yeah.
Those some jokes. That's the same night we had a comedy show, so I had to serve my chili and then leave. I didn't know I won until later on. In the middle of the comedy show, my phone's going off. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Hell, thank you. All right, back to you. So, anyway, guys, a couple of things here real quick before we get out of here. I told you all about Warrior Fest coming up November 5th. If you're around the area, come on out, man, and be part of this November 5th. This is for a good cause. The John Griffin Memorial Ride, November 5th, 2022. 2022. Registration starts at 10 a.m. The ride starts at noon. All right, and it's for the United States Marine veteran or Marine, active duty Marine, who shot himself at 29 Palms, California. That's what I want to talk about. We're always talking on here how to prevent suicide. We're going to tell you one of the things that's big is when a service member who's active duty doesn't want to stay no more. He wants to come out. But he or she's struggling to come out because they don't want to come back to what we got going on now. Mm-hmm. They love their family. Yeah. So they're caught. They don't want to play politics in the military anymore. And that happens. Some people are just one-term people. Okay? Not everybody's an idiot like me and go two or more terms. One-term people. He couldn't take it. He didn't know what to do. In the military, we live our lives by pamphlets, set of orders, instructions, everything, how to pee, how to wipe your ass, tie your shoes, left over right, right over left. how to walk, everything. They teach us everything.
Yep. When to get up, lights out.
When you come
Go
out,
eat.
when you come out, guess who makes the decisions? You.
Mm-hmm.
On your day-to-day living. And a lot of people, a lot of veterans and military people can't handle that. And it's sad because they don't know about WO Entertainment Network. They don't know about BV Nation. They don't know about VRS. They don't know those people are here to help them. They're getting ready to get out and they got the president telling them, you're going to get the shot. Or you can't buy milk and bread because the shelves are empty. Or gas is high. But you don't want to stay in because he's affecting what's going on in the military too. You got to eat MREs because you can't afford to buy nothing because the pay sucks. So we get it. We understand. So if you listen to us, you listen to the commander, you listen to Devil Dog, you're not worthless. You have value. I would love to tell you right now that things are going to get better. I could say it, but I don't want to lie to you. The odds are going to get better. It's like a pendulum. A pendulum. It swings one day real bad. Once it hits the point where it can't get any worse, it will come back. Bad things will still happen until you get to the center point where it starts being good. Then a few good things will happen, and it'll swing on over here. Take us extreme, everything's just going well, everything's functioning. Boom. That's how it does it. So, according to pendulum theory, it's going to get better. When you come out, embrace it, love it. Be in your family. Some people got to get plumb away from them. Some people got to get plumb away with it. That's why they're homeless vets. They don't want to be here, but they don't want to be there. So they get plumb away with it. Some people get a hobby, do some other things, raise a family, love their children. Some people got to be like us, man. You got to tell jokes. You got to get into it. Got to be around other veterans. Whatever you got to do to keep yourselves around. These two gentlemen right here, I'm telling you, I'm getting to know that one there pretty well. Devil Dog, I'm getting to know him more and more every day. Commander, I know him now real well. We live around the same area. These guys will go through the moon for you. Not everybody feels the same way we do. We need help loading something that's heavier than I can lift. So if I can't do it by myself, it's heavy. We need some help. People say they show up to help us. They don't show up to help us.
We just experienced that on Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. My family. Now I know things happen. We're not.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when they come back to that, that's why they feel like committing suicide. So we're here for you guys. Your friends. If you got somebody in the military, love up on them, because it's a drastic change. I came back. I kept getting arrested for fighting. Had a severe anger problem. I started medicating myself with beer, wine. Figured out how to make moonshine, and yeah. Went through a divorce. Dated another woman. We were just nothing but play toys for each other. Finally met my wife I got now, a beautiful woman, great to love her to death. To turn me around. So there's people out there that love you. We love you. Music, comedy, movies, whatever you want. Don't watch Quantum Leap anymore because it sucks. Old Quantum Leap's great. This new Quantum Leap is just it's bad. Why I keep watching, I have no freaking idea, but it's terrible.
Because there's nothing else on.
Nothing else on.
I mean, I watch. I'm all caught up in wrestling. If you like wrestling, all the great stars are coming back in now. So anyway, we're here for you if you need us. We love you guys. Devil Doc, I'm tired of hearing me run my lip. Give us your closing thoughts, please.
I'm gonna say, if you're struggling, you got to reach out. The strong ones, especially your strong ones, go and check on them. Especially if they're silent, go out, see if they're doing anything. Always send something funny. Make sure if they're struggling, they get a laugh, they get a cry, and they get to thinking, because it really gets them out of their moment. Mm-hmm. Take it from me, firsthand experience. 25 plus times trying it. And I'm battling cancer, but that's a whole nother thing. But just have your moment. Then step back and readjust yourself and move forward. Everything's going to happen for a purpose. You don't need to remove yourself to make the purpose easier. That's foolish. Reach out, talk to people, go have fun, live a great life. We're always here for you. There's always something interesting you can do. VFW, WWP, any of the orders that you belong to, like if you have Purple Heart or Bronze Star or any service organization can help you. We on WO Entertainment, VRS, and BB Nation will gladly help you any chance you get. Just reach out. That's all that's important. The hardest thing is asking for help, but it's the right thing to do.
The right thing to do. Agreed.
Love you guys.
Yep.
Doc, thank you, Doc. Commander?
We all have our ups and we all have our downs. And I know sometimes it feels like our downs outweigh the times when we're up. But when we have our good times and we're having our good days, hang on to those. Remember those. Cherish those good days. And when you feel yourself going into that low slump, focus on the good things that you've experienced and caress them. And they will help you get through that low time. That's what I do. I hang on to the good things, the happy memories. That's a big thing in life, is create all the happy memories that you can, because that will get you through the bad times. If my wife was here, or she could pipe in, but she was at a meeting tonight, she can tell you there were times when I would sit straight up in my bed, screaming at the top of my lungs, and look like somebody dumped a 5-gallon bucket of water over the top of me. Can't even breathe. And we'd have to get up, and I'd help her change all the bed linens, put on dry sheets, dry blankets, everything. I'd take a bath, get myself cleaned up, and I was up. There was no way I could lay back down. So I would go downstairs, put on a pot of coffee, set at the dining room table, and I would just sit there. And then I'd finally pull myself out, because I would focus on all the fun activities that my wife and daughter and I had done, and all the fun things that we had done. And it helped me realize that I have a purpose in life, and it was all around me, and there wasn't any way that I was going to leave it. And I just plant my feet solid, and I just hang in there. So plant your feet solid. Focus and embrace those good times. They will help you through the low times, I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
What works for me doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
But do the old commander a favor. Next time you feel that low point coming on, try it. See what happens for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And guys, in case you missed it out here real quick, Monday night on our Spreaker channel, the WO Hideout, Roy Anthony, man, he's doing a good job. He plays music, comedy. He talks a little bit. You just chill. You come in here, you chill, you have a conversation.
It's a fun time. It is a fun time.
It's a fun time. His new style he got on there is great. I appreciate it. Turn around, catch Roy on Tuesday at 12 a.m. Central. And he'll make you laugh, have a conversation. He might not make you laugh, might piss you off, but it's a conversation. Gotta get to know.
There you go.
Tuesday evening right now at 1600, catch us guys on here. Well, at 1800. Thursday, he's back on here again at noon, Roy is. And this Thursday, I'll be joining Roy on his show. And we're going to talk about child support. And he had round one today and had some women on there. It got pretty heated. And some stuff. We're open on Fridays. We've got nothing on Fridays. And Saturdays is Moms Who Nerd with the Blue Phoenix. She's battling cancer. Man, what an incredible individual. She's fighting it, coming back from it. And so we're getting things going again here. Roy's back now in the fold. So that being said, guys, listen, you're not worthless unless you're a child molester. You have value. We love you guys very much. It's football season now. Baseball's in its playoff form. I've seen something where basketball is getting ready to come back here in a couple of weeks.
Next week.
If you're a basketball fan, there you go. There's
and hockey.
This time of year. Hockey's coming. There's always something this time of year.
Hockey, there you go.
Something this time of year. If you're wood burning stove, you got to cut wood, whatever. Get out, have a good time. Love your family, love your friends. Next time I see each other, I want to see you all back here. Okay. I don't want
That's
to
right.
read no newspaper. Somebody's gone. Somebody did something. That being said, I'm Richard King, Redneck Pimp, Bad Man of Comedy. Sign off for now on behalf of the W Entertainment Network, the Commander, everyone affiliated, Roy, Blue Phoenix, Athen, our sponsor Matt Brooks, Operation Veterans Barbecue. He keeps the StreamYard going and the Springer going. Thank you, Matt. Devil Dog, thank you for showing up, brother. Until we meet again, Dorn Dog Ahoy.